Hi. So perhaps you might be thinking that you would like to try solution-focused brief therapy or coaching or counselling. And if so, first thing first, seeking out for help and support is never a sign of a weakness. It is a sign of great strength. And to be honest, most of us deal with life situations in one way or another. Sometimes we get hurt, sometimes we get stuck, but we nonetheless find a way forward. It's just with the difference that it might take us longer and it might be a little bit more complicated, painful, whatsoever. So seeking out for help and support is a sign that you want something different and a sign that you might well arrive to the outcome that you're looking for way sooner. So here are a few thoughts on how the process might look like and how you could prepare for it. Please allow me to share a personal story. There was a time in my life way back when I was still a teenager where I was referred to see a professional, a psychiatrist. And I was quite a rebellious teenager, so obviously I didn't want to go, and first thing that she's met me was asking me about my problem. So I don't remember what she asked in particular, but it was something about tell me what is wrong. And I didn't want to cooperate, so I closed down. I thought, well, you are the last person on earth that I'm willing to confess or disclose or trust you, because you know nothing about my life and you, like all the adults so far, would not be able to understand one tiny bit. So, well, long story short, the process has not been useful for me. I never came back, and I don't hold this encounter as something pleasant in my life. So I managed to find a way forward on my own. And I wish I didn't have to. So I wish I knew at that point that solution-focused brief therapy existed. Because what I wanted was simply to be asked about what is it that I want. And I was so desperate for someone to ask me about the things that I aspire to become, that I enjoy doing, nonetheless, all of the things that were happening to me. But there just wasn't the right professional there. So here is what you can expect. If you decide to work with us, or if we decide to meet in person or online, the first question that you are going to be asked is, what are your best hopes from our work together? So what are you hoping that our work would lead to in your future? How could this be useful? And of course, when it's good enough to stop. So this means that you determine the outcome, if you wish, so the desired direction where you would like our work to go and what difference this is going to make in your future. And if I get my job right, then I'm going to ask you some questions which will in the end leave you with more options of this preferred future of yours, so a better future. So the outcome of the session would always be led by you, determined by you. And having said that, we can't know at the beginning how many sessions we would need. So I can't have any way of knowing or telling you how long it's going to take. But I can promise you that it won't take not even one more session more than what is absolutely necessary. So we would strive for making our work as brief as possible. And again, this is going to be determined by you. So every time that the session will end, I'm going to ask you that if you'd like to meet again and if you consider this being useful, that you're going to drop me a line and tell me when it might be appropriate for you to see each other again and proceed with the work. During the conversation, we are going to focus on what is working for you, your resources, your skills, and we're going to build a picture of what your life would look like if your best hopes or the outcome that you determined at the beginning was achieved. That meaning I don't need to know anything about what has happened to you or what your current challenge, issue or a problem, however you call it, is. So you don't have to tell me, simply because we are not using this information in the classical way other therapeutic models might. Because we're going to go straight into what is it that you want. Of course, you can disclose what you wish, but it's not absolutely necessary, so you won't be asked a question about what is wrong. So I hope that this makes sense. If you've got further questions, of course, you are more than welcome to ask, and I'll do my best to assist you in the process. So much for now. I hope to see you, meet you, and have a good life.